Hey guys, welcome back to a new Delta Force video. After going over my favorite sniper rifles in the last one, today I want to go over the LMGs. And I gotta be honest, I did avoid them for a very long time because I thought they were not really useful. And I was definitely wrong there, because after playing them over the last 3 days and trying out all of them in different setups, I found that they were actually really strong, and I would even say they're better than most of the assault rifles. So today I want to go over my favorite setups for them and show you how you can use them the best way, or at least in my opinion. And we're gonna start with the PKM, and this one, at least in my opinion, is perfect for close range and hip firing, and that's also how I equipped it. So on the barrel I went with the short barrel because it gives you a lot more handling and a lot more accuracy, and especially the accuracy goes into the hip fire, so this is really useful. Then of course I equipped a laser. For me it's the green because it fits the skin. Yeah, I'm that kind of player. And it gives you more handling, more accuracy as long as the laser is turned on. When you turn it off, of course, you will lose these benefits. But why would you turn it off? Except if you're sitting in a corner and you don't want anyone to see you. Then for the muzzle, I went with the Sandstorm vertical compensator because this gives you more vertical control, so more recoil control and also more vertical firing stability. And then for the foregrip, I went with the Competition hand stop for more handling and accuracy. So even more hipfire accuracy and faster aim down sight speed and faster sprint to fire speed and so on. Then for the magazine, I stick to the default one. For the rear grip, I went with a heavy tower grip because it opens this slot right here for the grip mount, and then you have more benefits on everything. So more control, more handling, more stability and more accuracy, which I also thought comes in handy on this weapon. And I thought it was better than the other grips that are available. Then for the stock, of course, the PKM bolt cover with the most handling and most accuracy takes away a little bit of control and stability, but in the style that I at least play this weapon, I don't really need that much control because I really just fired from the hip or used the tactical stance. Here on the upper rail, I equipped the Hornet handguard for even more accuracy, because how I actually play these LMGs is, let me take it to the range, is that I mainly simply shoot them from the hip. And this works pretty well, but what you can do as well, and what is actually when these LMGs really come to shine, is when you use the tactical stance. So you press N, and there you can switch between different zoom optics, but also when you have a laser equipped, between your aim down sights and the tactical stance. And with the tactical stance, you have a lot faster ADS speed, and you still have a lot higher accuracy than when you simply fire from the hip. And this is actually, I think, kind of a meta when playing these LMGs, that you use this tactical stance. And you can use this for all of the LMGs, not only for this one, and actually all of them really benefit from this. Then we have the M249 light machine gun, and this one gave me a little bit of a headache the first time I played it, because I didn't really know how to actually use it. But I think I found a pretty good setup for it, and I actually use it also when firing from the hip, so a bit like the PKM, but also when aiming down sight. So it's a bit between the PKM and the M250. So you can actually play it like an assault rifle, like a heavier assault rifle. And I think this is also, when you set it up like this is how this weapon really shines. It has become one of my favorite LMGs. It's just so much fun to play. So when looking at the setup, again, I went with a short barrel because I think this really comes in handy for all of the LMGs in general. It gives you more handling and more accuracy and little bit more control as well. Then again went with the laser, with the blue one this time because the skin is blue. Yeah, again, I'm one of those players. Then on the compensator, on the muzzle, I went with the Sandstorm vertical compensator, again for more vertical control, because I think really all of these LMGs need this. Then for the handguard, the rail handguard for more control and handling. I thought this was the only one that is really useful because it also opens up, I think, 2 or 3 more slots. Then on the foregrip, I went with the Elite Bevel foregrip because this gives you more horizontal control, which is also something that especially this weapon here really needs. So with the muzzle you counter the vertical recoil, and with the foregrip you counter the horizontal recoil, which I think at the end comes down to a really good and easy to control recoil pattern. Then on the magazine, I changed it to the 45 round extended mag instead of the belt fed, because this one has a better control and better handling and is faster when reloading, of course, but it has more rounds than the 30 round magazine. And I tried this one first because I thought it has the better benefits, but you really run out of ammo so fast, and it's just, I thought it was not really useful. So I went with a 45 round mag instead, and I can really recommend to play it like this. Then of course mag mount for even faster reload speed, and then at the stock I went with the Elite Skeleton stock because it gives the weapon more control, more handling and more accuracy. And here again, I can really only recommend to fire it from the hip as good as you can. So on close range, just fire from the hip and only aim down sights when necessary, and also use the tactical stance because that's what you have the laser for. And now we have the last LMG, the M250. And I really had my struggles with this one when I started playing it because it's just so different from the others. Its fire rate is a lot slower and it's a lot more heavy hitting, so you have to play it a little bit different. You cannot just run and gun with it like you can do with the fast firing PKM or the M249. But once you got the hang of this one, it's actually really good because it really benefits from this high damage that it's dealing, and it also has a very good accuracy, and when you set it up right, it's not too hard to control. So what I did here, again, on the upper rail, first of all I have a bit more handling, then right rail, of course the laser again, you know, it doesn't matter if you're going with a blue or green, it's just the color. The benefits are all the same, but I would really recommend to go with the laser on these LMGs simply because of this tag stance, and especially for this one right here, the tag stance is just so useful. I'm gonna show you some clips of it in the background. It really saved my life so many times. Then on the barrel, I went with a short barrel again, simply again because I think it's the most useful one on the LMGs, because I never play them on a range where I really need this extended barrel. Then on the muzzle, again, the same combination here, Sandstorm Vertical for vertical control, and then on the foregrip, the bevel foregrip for the horizontal control. And I think this combination, again here on the M250, really comes in handy, and you end up with a recoil pattern that is not too hard to control. Then for the magazine, I went with a smaller one because of the better handling, and this actually works pretty well for me. I'm not missing the missing rounds compared to the default one. Then for the rear grip, the heavy tower again because of all the benefits it has, and it also unlocks the grip mount that I have equipped as well. This one, the balanced grip base again. And on the stock, I had my issues finding a good stock for this weapon, but I ended up using the stable stock because it has a lot more stability. And especially for this one, I found that it needs a little bit more stability because you play it different than the other two LMGs. And yeah, that was it. There were my favorite setups for the 3 LMGs that we have in Delta Force. Like I said, I can really only recommend to try them out and to play them no matter which mode you play. I played them in all kinds of modes, no matter if it's a more fast-paced one or slower paced. The codes for them are in the description below as usual, so you can simply go to loadout and import the code here. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.